Hi everyone, we have Joe Valerio here.
Hi, Anik. How are you? Thanks for having me on your show today.
Welcome offensive lineman for the Kansas City Chiefs. What was your experience playing in Arrowhead Stadium, one of the loudest stadiums in the league?
Anik, it was so loud. I'm going to tell you a funny story about how loud it is. It is like putting a metal spaghetti pot. Okay, so picture a metal spaghetti pot in your kitchen and you put it over your head and then somebody bangs it with a metal spoon. That's how loud it is at Arrowhead Stadium when those fans get rocking. So it can be really loud and very distracting for quarterbacks.
Did you know? Never mind. What was it like to get Joe Montana, one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history?
He was really fun to play with. He taught me so much about the game of football and how to be a leader. And I will always remember that. Besides him being a great player and having all of the accolades of winning Super Bowls and MVPs, he was a really good guy and he was a really good leader who led by example. He was always the first player to be in the locker room. He was always the last one to leave because he worked so hard. And to me, that was what really made him special. But he was really cool to play with. And in my mind, still probably the GOAT.
It's Tom Brady to go.
I know. Tom Brady's won quite a few Super Bowls and he sure is a great player. So I love that we can debate those things in sports. Isn't that kind of fun that we get to debate who's the GOAT, but they're all really good, aren't they?
Yeah, especially Tom Brady.
Especially Tom Brady for sure.
So, do you think Patrick Mahomes is going to be Tom Brady's record 7 Super Bowls?
Who?
Patrick
Anik,
Mahomes.
I think Patrick Mahomes is a great player, and I guess time will tell. And he certainly is on his way, right? Having been to 4 AFC championship games in a row, he certainly is on his way to maybe doing that, right? To being able to get to and win 7 Super Bowls like Tom Brady did. He's going to have to play a long time, right? And we know how long Tom Brady played to win all 7 of those. So a lot of it will depend on how long he can play and also, the team that he has around him, right? Because quarterbacks, while they are the marquee player on the team and everybody knows who they are because of their position, it's a team sport and you have to have the really good defense and you have to have receivers to throw the ball to and you have to have a great offensive line to block for you and you have to have great coaches to help put a game plan in. So it's really hard what Tom Brady did and it's going to be hard to match, but hey, if there's anybody that can do it, Patrick Mahomes sure looks like he might be able to, having been to 4 AFC championship games in a row.
I disagree. I think Tom Brady is going to keep his record. But
hey,
as a Patrick Mahomes fan, I can see that.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to beat for sure.
Yeah. What do you think about the game? The Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to get real loud. And the Cincinnati Bengals is a great offense. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase. 5 great players. But the Chiefs have also got some great weapons. Patrick Mahomes, a really good quarterback, even though I don't like the Chiefs. And Travis Kelce, a great tight end, and the cheetah, Tyreek Hill, who's a really fast player, and McCole Hardman, who played really good for the last 2 weeks. So I think it's going to be difficult to stop the Chiefs, but and it's going to be like a high-scoring game. What do you think?
Oh, I totally agree with you, Anik. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I think, Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes are going to be going back and forth, trying to do their best to get their teams into the end zone and set them up for, really successful offensive drives. A lot of it's going to depend on how well each defense plays to stop those very powerful offenses. You talked a lot about the offensive weapons that the Bengals have, especially with Joe Burrow at the helm. And then the same with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes has a lot of great targets. Eric Bieniemy, their offensive coordinator, has a fantastic game plan ready for each and every game to utilize those players to the best of their ability and to use all their talents, because that's what the Chiefs do. They use the talented players, and they seem to find just the right time to let them shine. When they need a speedy first down, of course they're going to hit Tyreek Hill, and if they need somebody to really grind out some yards, they'll find Travis Kelce on a short pass, and he's always good at gaining extra yards after he catches. So that's one thing the Chiefs do really well, is they use their talent in the game plan to really make an impact out on offense. And I think the Bengals do the same thing. So I think it's going to be a high scoring game. And I think both quarterbacks are really going to have an opportunity to show their stuff in this game.
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow, and in my opinion for the defense, I think Joe Burrow is going to get sacked. And because the Chiefs have a great defensive linemen and defensive tackles.
They do, Anik. And Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times against the Tennessee Titans. And I know that the Chiefs are going to try to do that again. They're going to try to replicate what the Titans did, because when you're sacking the quarterback, guess what he can't do? He can't throw big passes. So I know that's going to be a way that the Chiefs are going to try to neutralize Joe Burrow, is by getting a lot of pressure on him and getting in his face and keeping him from seeing all those great receivers that he has. So I know that's a big part of their game plan. But the Chiefs are also going to have to be careful of Joe Mixon, who's a really good running back for the Bengals. So as the Chiefs are looking to stop Joe Burrow, they better be careful and watch out for Joe Mixon, because he can run the ball. And if they try to protect the pass too much, the Bengals might find a way to run the ball and get first down. So the Chiefs have their hands full for sure, especially on defense.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, Joe Valerio.
You're welcome, Anik. Thank you for having me. You have a wonderful show, and I really enjoyed watching it. It was great. I'm watching all of your videos on your YouTube channel. So keep up the great work. You're doing great.